I love coming to the Y every day because, you know, the community, the networks and the conversations and the people that are in there, and you have your, you have your early morning crew, you got your midday crew, you got your afternoon, and you got your night, and they're all different, and they're all, so just the people are tremendous. The kids, the impact that you're finding out about. My mom took us to the Y every summer. We live, I wouldn't say rural, but we live quite a far away from the city. But my mom worked downtown Tulsa, and she didn't trust us. I have two older brothers, and she didn't trust us being at home that far away by ourselves. So she would take us downtown. And she worked for the government, so she couldn't take us in her office, but there was a downtown YMCA right across the street. As I was graduating from college, I played college basketball, so I wanted to referee, or I wanted to coach. And they called me back 2 weeks later, said they don't need any coaches, which is weird because you always need volunteers. But they didn't need any coaches, but they need referees. I showed up on Saturday. I was supposed to, and this is, like I said, we don't do this now. Now we hire paperwork, you go through training and CPR, you go through a lot of stuff before you can even start. Well, they told me to come up on Saturday, games are Saturday, I could fill out the paperwork, but just come on up that day and start working. So I remember showing up Saturday morning, this was the inner city YMCA, and where basketball is king. And it's chaotic, it's everywhere, and they told me the lady who was going to be my boss, the program director, quit that Friday. So to this day, I have no idea who hired me. And I started that day, I worked from like 10 to 10, and 3 or 4 months later, they finally hired a program director, and I started moving up from there. Well, with the staff I have now, it's mainly just constant, not assuming that anyone knows what they're doing, so it's constant, weekly meetings, constant feedback, constant and people hate being questioned, people hate being needled, but it's constantly trying not to assume that people know what they're doing. We have some good neighborhoods with some good schools and good kids, and we're servicing and providing them with youth and government and teen leaders and all these other things. But that one little portion of the community that everyone's kind of forgotten about, is kind of natural that I get in there and kind of make sure that we're providing services for it. There's one big strength that I have is the ability to bring people together, to connect, and try to work hard and have a good time. So I'm passionate about development of people and making people kind of see the bigger picture. If you want to sit back and just think that my hard work will speak for itself, it's probably not going to happen. I mean, you constantly have to push yourself in and remind people what you're doing. You got to toot your own horn. You got to make sure you're on the same page as the critical thinkers and the leaders, because there are people that are doing that all the time. There's people, the teachers' pets, and others that are doing that. And if you don't do that, you will get left behind.